What are you watching?
What are you watching? Elodie, le film!
As I stepped into the grandiose lobby of Rose Rayhaan by Rotana, Dubai, I was immediately enveloped in a cacophony of disappointment. The overpowering scent of air fresheners in the corridors assaulted my senses, making my eyes water and my head spin. It was as if they were trying to conceal the underlying stench of neglect and decay. I couldn't help but wonder, why oh why, would a luxurious establishment like this feel the need to drench its guests in a choking haze of artificial fragrance? Was it an attempt to distract from the underlying issues that plagued this hotel? As I made my way to the reception, I was greeted by a receptionist who seemed as uninterested in my arrival as I was in their mediocre hospitality. When I asked about the payment issue, they assured me it was cancelled, but I later found out that the first night's fee was still lingering on my credit card. It was as if they had no regard for their customers' financial security, or perhaps they simply didn't care. The lack of accountability was staggering. The room, which I had paid an extra £80 for the Burj Khalifa view, was a sorry excuse for a luxury accommodation. The windows were caked with dirt and dust, rendering the view utterly useless. It was as if they had forgotten that the purpose of a hotel room is to provide a comfortable and enjoyable stay, not to merely exist as a vacuum of disappointment. I couldn't help but feel like I had been scammed, like they had taken advantage of my good faith and willingness to pay for a high-quality experience. But the breakfast, oh the breakfast! It was a travesty, a culinary abomination. The scrambled eggs were an affront to the senses, a rubbery, tasteless mess that seemed to have been cooked to an unholy temperature. And don't even get me started on the omelette, which took an eternity to arrive and was served with a side of apathy. The waitress seemed put off by my presence, as if I was bothering her by asking for food. It was as if they had forgotten that the purpose of a restaurant is to serve its customers, not to indulge in a vanity project of half-hearted cooking. And then there was the gym, where my 15-year-old son was unceremoniously kicked out for being too young. It was as if they had no concept of family-friendly hospitality, or perhaps they simply didn't care about catering to the needs of their guests. The cleaning staff, or rather, the lack thereof, was another issue entirely. It was as if they existed solely in theory, a mythical entity that never actually materialized to clean the rooms. But what really took the cake was the Italian restaurant, where they served bread that had been recycled from the breakfast buffet. It was a brazen display of laziness, a slap in the face to the very concept of culinary decency. And the pasta, oh the pasta! It was a crime against humanity, a soggy, overcooked abomination that seemed to have been cooked days in advance. As I navigated the labyrinthine corridors of Rose Rayhaan by Rotana, Dubai, I couldn't help but feel like I was trapped in a never-ending nightmare of disappointment and despair. It was as if they had taken every ounce of joy and hospitality and suffocated it beneath a mountain of incompetence and apathy. So, dear friends, I ask you, have you ever felt like you've been scammed, like you've been taken advantage of by a hotel that promised the world but delivered nothing but mediocrity? Share your experiences with me in the comments below. Let's stand together against the injustices of the hospitality industry and demand better. But for now, I'll just sit here, surrounded by the crushing disappointment of Rose Rayhaan by Rotana, Dubai, and wonder how an establishment can be so callous, so cavalier, and so utterly devoid of soul. Okay, so, I was looking into, well, things that happen around the Rose Rayhaan by Rotana, you know? It's a pretty fancy hotel, right? But the area, it's a bit much. Businesses near there, they're kinda pushy, always trying to get you into something. Like, they promise the world. First, there was this advertisement. All these huge billboards along Sheikh Zayed Road, near the Rose Rayhaan, advertising it. It was supposed to do everything, rides, groceries, payments, and give you, like, 80% returns on your investment in 6 months. Can you believe it? So many people, over 600, put money in. Mostly expats, I think, some probably just arriving for a 2-week stay thinking, oh, easy money. Then, poof, the office closed. The CEO vanished. Everyone's money gone, frozen in accounts. I bet they all felt so stupid, right? Like, how could they fall for that? I imagine a lot of them probably had to borrow money to go home, or even cut their vacation short, completely ruined. And the CEO? Probably sipping cocktails on some island, laughing. They recovered almost nothing, I heard. It's just frustrating. Then there's Gulf First commercial brokers. They had offices near Business Bay, not far from the Rose Rayhaan. Looked legit, you know? But they just disappeared. Desks empty, shredded papers. At least 400 people lost money, some tourists, a family losing 75,000 US dollars. Imagine being on vacation, thinking you're making a smart investment, and then this happens. They probably spent days at the police station, feeling totally helpless. The brokers? I bet they're long gone, maybe with new names, setting up shop somewhere else. The recovery rate was like 15%, so most of them were probably left with nothing. Oh, and this one's kinda silly, but still. People selling fake VIP tickets for Global Village near Sheikh Zayed Road. You see those street sellers near the Rose Rayhaan? Don't trust them. Tourists thinking they're getting a deal, then showing up at Global Village and being turned away. So embarrassing. They probably felt so used, you know? Like their vacation was already starting badly. The sellers? Probably moved on to the next tourist, and next scam. It's just sad, honestly. And there was also this car scam at vehicle registration places. People trying to sell their cars before they leave Dubai, near Sheikh Zayed Road. Crooks showing up with fake checks and papers. Taking the cars, then exporting them before the checks bounced. That's just mean. Imagine selling your car, thinking you're getting money for it, then finding out it was all a lie. The sellers probably had to rent a car just to finish their trip, and the scammers probably just kept going, victimizing others. Seriously, how could someone do that? It's awful. Based on my analysis of businesses near Rose Rayhaan by Rotana, Dubai, here is the comprehensive overview. Based on the negative reviews provided, here is a focused analysis of the businesses near Rose Rayhaan by Rotana, Dubai. Common patterns and issues. 1. Poor customer service. Many reviewers expressed frustration with the lack of assistance, empathy, and basic human decency from staff members at Dubai Mall and Dreamworks Spa. This includes instances of security guards and spa therapists showing a lack of understanding, neglecting customers, and being unhelpful. 2. Discrimination and unfair treatment. Some reviewers reported experiencing discriminatory behavior, such as being denied entry to Dubai Mall due to their individual or group status, or receiving preferential treatment based on race or nationality. 3. Mismanagement and lack of organization. Reviews suggest that Dubai Mall and Dreamworks Spa struggle with crowd management, resulting in long wait times, confusing navigation, and poor signage. 4. Unprofessionalism and lack of training. Several reviewers felt that staff members at Dreamworks Spa lacked proper training, leading to subpar services, rough massages, and a lack of attention to detail. 5. Unpleasant ambience. Reviewers mentioned uncomfortable environments, including dim lighting, poor ventilation, and unclean or rundown facilities at Dreamworks Spa. Specific examples from the reviews. 1. At Dubai Mall, reviewers experienced overwhelming crowds, difficulty navigating the mall, and poor assistance from security guards and staff members. Reviewer Riley Lucas reported being forced to use emergency exits and walking long distances due to crowd control measures, which were unclear and poorly communicated. Reviewer Navia Ibram encountered a security guard who was unhelpful and discriminatory towards non-white customers. 2. Dreamworks Spa received criticism for its unprofessional staff, inadequate services, and poor ambience. Reviewer Sindhu Casey described a rough and uncomfortable massage experience, citing the therapist's lack of understanding English and unprofessional behavior. Reviewer Vera Shikunova was dissatisfied with the gelish manicure service, citing the nail master's rough handling and lack of attention to detail. Insights and recommendations. To improve customer satisfaction, these businesses should focus on 1. Staff training and development. Provide comprehensive training for staff members to ensure they can efficiently manage crowds, provide excellent customer service, and deliver high-quality services. 2. Clear communication and signage. Implement clear signage and communication strategies to help customers navigate the mall and spa, reducing confusion and frustration. 3. Ambience and facility maintenance. Invest in maintaining clean, comfortable, and well-maintained facilities to create a welcoming environment for customers. 4. Empathy and understanding. Foster a culture of empathy and understanding among staff members, ensuring they provide equal and respectful treatment to all customers, regardless of individual or group status. 5. Quality control and feedback. Establish a system for collecting and addressing customer feedback, allowing for swift resolution of issues and improvement of services. By addressing these common patterns and issues, businesses near Rose Rayhaan by Rotana, Dubai, can improve customer satisfaction, increase loyalty, and maintain a positive reputation. Analysis of businesses near Rose Rayhaan by Rotana, Dubai. Chunk 2/3. The 20 negative reviews for Amaznico Dubai provide a clear picture of the issues plaguing this establishment. The common patterns and issues that emerge from these reviews are: 1. Poor service and unfriendly staff. Many reviewers complained about the unfriendly and unprofessional attitude of the staff, including the management. They reported being made to feel unwelcome, ignored, or dismissed by the staff. 2. Disregard for reservations and bookings. Multiple reviewers mentioned that they were kept waiting for extended periods despite having reservations, or were told that their reservations were not valid. This suggests a lack of organization and poor communication among the staff. 3. Dress code and entry issues. Several reviewers reported being denied entry or told to leave due to alleged dress code violations, which they claimed were not communicated to them beforehand. This indicates a lack of transparency and inconsistent enforcement of rules. 4. Overpricing and poor value. Many reviewers felt that the food and drinks were overpriced and not worth the cost. They mentioned that the quality of the food was poor, and the portions were small. 5. Lack of attention to special occasions. A few reviewers mentioned that they had booked the restaurant for special occasions, such as birthdays, but were not provided with any special treatment or attention. This suggests a lack of understanding of customer needs and expectations. 6. Inconsistent policies. Reviewers reported being told different things by different staff members, indicating a lack of consistency in the application of policies and rules. 7. Uncomfortable and unwelcoming atmosphere. Several reviewers mentioned that the atmosphere was tense and unwelcoming, especially for hijabi women. Based on these reviews, it is clear that Amaznico Dubai is struggling with service standards, communication, and consistency. The staff seems to be unfriendly and unprofessional, and the management is not addressing these issues effectively. This has resulted in a poor customer experience and a negative reputation for the restaurant. In the context of the businesses near Rose Rayhaan by Rotana, Dubai, these reviews suggest that Amaznico Dubai may not be the best choice for customers looking for a high-end dining experience. The issues highlighted above may deter potential customers and ultimately affect the restaurant's reputation and bottom line. Analysis of negative reviews for businesses near Rose Rayhaan by Rotana, Dubai, Chunk 3/3. This analysis examines 3 businesses: Arabica UAE Dubai Mall, Cavalli Club Restaurant, and Lounge, and that concept store based on their negative reviews. The feedback highlights recurring issues in service quality, professionalism, and operational standards. 1. Arabica UAE Dubai Mall. Key issues: inconsistent product quality. Multiple reviewers complained about poorly prepared drinks, including a gross matcha, a sour coffee that wasn't corrected, and a Spanish latte that was mostly ice and milk. One customer even reported vomiting after consuming a coffee with coconut milk. Unprofessional staff behavior. Several reviews mention staff arguing with customers, refusing to acknowledge mistakes, for example, serving the wrong cup size, and even mocking a customer's request for a non-sour coffee. Aggressive upselling. A common complaint was staff repeatedly pushing customers to upgrade sizes or add food items, creating an uncomfortable experience. One reviewer called it crazy aggressive marketing. Lack of compassion for vulnerable customers. An elderly couple was denied basic assistance despite no queue, leading to accusations of negligence and disrespect. Example quote: "Instead of resolving the matter respectfully, your staff blamed me for the mistake and refused to acknowledge my concern." This is not just about the cup size. It's about the lack of professionalism, courtesy, and respect. Review number 5, takeaway. While Arabica is praised for its coffee blends, inconsistent execution, poor customer service, and hygiene concerns, for example, a wooden stick found in a brownie, are damaging its reputation. 2. Cavalli Club, Restaurant, and Lounge, Dubai. Key issues: poor crowd management and safety. Multiple reviews describe chaotic environments, including fights, broken glass on the floor, and an overly crowded space. One guest called it seedy with weird people, discriminatory and rude service. Several reviewers felt unwelcomed, citing ignored requests, preferential treatment for certain guests, and outright rudeness, for example, a waitress pulling chairs without permission. One guest speculated about racial bias, no entry for Asians, exorbitant pricing for low value, complaints about overpriced drinks, for example, 100 Emirati dirhams for a poorly made espresso martini, and bottle service, 3,500 Emirati dirhams, were common, with many noting the quality didn't justify the cost. Bait and switch reservations. Guests reported confirmed bookings being cancelled last minute due to private events, leaving them stranded. Example quote: "Lots of hookers preying on drunken, middle-aged Indian businessmen. The Cavalli Club tries to be classy, but is in fact just seedy? Review number 10. Takeaway. Cavalli Club's reputation suffers from a lack of professionalism, questionable clientele, and a perception of being a cash grab establishment with no regard for guest experience. 3. That concept store key issues: terrible customer service, reviews highlight disinterested staff, unresponsive management, and a lack of assistance in-store. One shopper called the team unmotivated and unwilling to sell. Online order failures. Multiple customers reported damaged or expired products, for example, open skincare items, incorrect deliveries, for example, wrong size swimsuits sent twice, and poor packaging leading to broken goods. Dishonest practices. A barber charged for unrequested services, for example, a barber package after a botched waxing, while another customer accused staff of pocketing 100 Emirati dirhams that fell from his pocket. Refund and return problems. Many face delays or outright refusal of refunds, with one customer waiting 5 weeks without resolution. Example quote: "I'm now considering opening my own swimming suit store with all the stock I have." Review number 9. After receiving 3 incorrect orders, takeaway: that concept store's operational chaos, whether in-store, online, or at its barber shop, erodes trust. The lack of accountability for mistakes and unethical behavior, for example, theft allegations, are particularly damaging. Common patterns across businesses. 1. Service breakdowns. All 3 businesses struggle with staff training, leading to rudeness, incompetence, or apathy. 2. Value for money. High prices are frequently cited, but quality and consistency often fall short. 3. This analysis covers all the businesses analyzed in the area and provides insights into what travelers can expect when staying near Rose Rayhaan by Rotana, Dubai.